Caden Boozer starting his third game in a row. John Shire has gone from Dame Sarr to Nicholas Himenia, now to Caden Boozer as starters over the course of the year for the Blue Devils. Frew back to McNeely. Another very dangerous shooter. The lob up top, too far for Frew.
This is where Duke is dangerous in transition.
And Evans at the 5 spot, and the offense runs a little bit differently when Khalifa's in the game.
He is as good a passing big guy as there is in the country. He's got a 40% assist rate as a big guy when he's on the floor. It's ridiculous.
He has had 6 assists on 3 different occasions, and he doesn't play all that many minutes. And Boozer playing off him a little bit as he hands it off to Woolley, who left it short, got a clean look from the baseline.
Boozer's such a good rebounder at both ends of the floor.
Evans lines up a 3 and buries it. And again, he is coming off a 28-point game at Florida State. He made 6 threes in that game on Saturday.
Woolley overhelped there. You got to stunt at the ball, but you cannot come off Evans like that.
How about Khalifa? Not a guy who shoots very often, and he banks in a 3. And he's not even smiling about it, kind of shaking his head as he got back down the floor on defense.
This isn't billiards. You don't have to call it.
That'll snap a run for the Blue Devils, put the Cardinals back on top. Caden Boozer, a strong driver. Couldn't knock it down. Here's Conwell again, takes a bump. Woolley soars in trying to get a piece of it. Back come the Blue Devils. In transition, Evans again. And it's all knotted up at 12.
Well, Louisville really went after the offensive glass, but that put him behind the play. And that's the kind of transition they're trying to avoid, giving Duke great pass.
And Conwell, who's been
in the country without him, but with him, they're legit.
Ryan Conwell will sit for the first time, made the free throws and goes to the bench. He's got 11 for Louisville, and Isaiah Evans has the last 8 for Duke.
McNeely on Evans now.
Evans gets the shot off, left it short. Brown saves it, but into the hands of Kenai Roots. He's into the game for the first time for the Cardinals. Woolley, what a finish!
Well, Adrian Woolley has had some really good games. He had 19 against Tennessee, 21 against Cal. The lefty is a good scorer.
Pat Kelsey got in the portal in the offseason and brought in 3 shooters. One of them is Conwell, one of them is Woolley, and the other one is Isaac McNeely, who's 40% on the season for 3. They can really hurt you from beyond the arc.
But Cam Boozer needed to take that last opportunity. Woolley switched off on him, and he needed to take advantage of that.
Khalifa to Rogers, who misses the 3. And there's an example. Khalifa had an open jumper from the elbow, but his first priority, the first thing he normally does is look to pass, as Brown and McNeely got all tangled up.
Well, playing with Khalifa, you know if you get open, he'll find you.
Evans, not this time. Boy, Pat Kelsey can't be happy with how many looks Evans has gotten. He was a huge part of the conversation at their practice yesterday. Roots misses a 3. Foster having a much better junior year, has bounced back very nicely from a tough season last year as a sophomore. He's open, misses the 3.
They went with the double team as soon as Boozer put the ball on the deck.
Rogers, Khalifa, his second 3, and he didn't even bank this one in.
Duke has been laying off Ali Khalifa. Maybe knocking down 2 threes is going to make them adjust and have to come out and guard him.
Just 28% from 3 on the season, but 2 for 2 here tonight. Boozer over Roots. And Cam Boozer has his second field goal of the night.
It's almost like Cam Boozer can't touch the ball enough. So many good things happen when he gets the ball. He's an excellent passer in addition to being the #1 scorer in the ACC.
Khalifa again! And this time he's smiling, and so is everybody on the bench.
He has the nickname the Egyptian Magician because of his passing. They might have to change his nickname. He keeps knocking down threes.
I don't know that anybody in the building on either side could have envisioned him knocking down 3 early threes. A battle underneath, won by Rogers. Roots again. A round and out on a 3 that would have torn the roof off the Yum Center had it gone in. Foster on the drive. Dame Sarr in the corner. Now Evans with a drive, too strong off the glass. Woolley ahead of the pack. And just trying to go after the rebound after he missed and got a piece of Conwell. So now Gungba is... Conwell knocks one down for the baseline. So they're without Gungba probably for the rest of the half. Maliq Brown is in. And this is the largest deficit not only of the game for Duke, the largest deficit of the season for Duke, although Cam Boozer knocks down a 3 to quiet the crowd just a bit.
Yeah, just a little pick and pop by Boozer, and Duke needs to get the ball into him at every opportunity.
Hadley defended by Nicholas Hemenya. The pass deflected away, stolen by Hemenya. Sarr in transition, draws a foul.
With 2 feet more effort on that side.
And Sarr drove hard, got fouled, and a 50% free throw shooter on the season, Jay. It's been a problem for him, but he made both there. McNeely open, doesn't need much, and he knocks it down.
Boy, just a simple little handoff, and Cam Boozer was right in the middle of the lane. He wasn't up to touch, and you get picked off on that. McNeely is a great shooter, not a good one. He's a great shooter.
Louisville top 5 in the nation, both in made threes and attempted threes per game. They went 6 for 27 in the
his last 3, and at Virginia last year, he shot 42% from 3.
Led the ACC, and there you see it. Already more made threes tonight than the entire game in the loss to Stanford on Friday. Sarr into Brown, off his fingertips and out of bounds. He's got 13, and when you're 7 for 10 from 3 as a team, you're in pretty good shape. And right now, they're in pretty good shape.
And without Brown in there, you're going to get a screening foul on Sananda Frew. But without Michael Brown in the game and available, you know, Javon Hadley is playing the point when he's in there. That frees up Ryan Conwell and Isaac McNeely to work off of screens and operate more as scorers without having ball handling responsibilities.
Second on Frew. He sits. Khalifa back into the game. Came into the game with 5 made threes on the season. He's 3 for 3 from beyond the arc already in this one.
The more ball screens that Duke can put Ali Khalifa in to test his mobility, the better.
Cam Boozer driving on Hadley and lays it in.
Boy, really nice job by Maliq Brown to screen off Ali Khalifa so he couldn't get to try to block that shot or bother it.
And whoever's covering Boozer, in this case Javon Hadley last time down, is giving up a ton of size. There's no real comparably sized 4-man on the floor right now for the Cardinals.
Anytime Louisville misses, they haven't gotten an offensive rebound yet.
Boozer again, so a lay-in and a 3, and here comes Cam Boozer with Dad looking on.
You have to make him use that screen. You know, you cannot let Cam Boozer reject the ball screen.
He's got the deficit down to 5. Louisville's led by as many as 12. Another 3. This time it's Hadley.
Maliq Brown just playing so far off of Hadley to try to protect the lane, and got screened on his way out to bother that shot.
Sarr, little shovel pass into Maliq Brown, who couldn't finish.
Boy, another close-in miss by Duke. They've had so many opportunities at the rim.
Crowd wanted Khalifa to shoot it again. He'll hand it off to Conwell. McNeely has it. Boy, Conwell and McNeely, 2 very good shooters, both got very good looks. Duke catches a break.
Was that their first offensive rebound of the game?
I believe it was. Hemenya the save, and yes, it was their first offensive rebound of the game. Brown. Kick ball. 16. Meanwhile, Cameron Boozer, and Isaiah Evans have combined for 22 of Duke's 29 points. Turned over.
Boy, really good double off the dribble by Isaac McNeely. Came with high hands to get that deflection.
A smaller lineup on the floor right now for Louisville. That is saved, but taken away by Brown. Foster with Pryor on him. Drives him, lays it up and in.
A really good move by Caleb Foster. Thought he'd get it back to Boozer because Boozer had Kobe Rogers on him.
Woolley shakes a defender. Pryor for three. And Louisville now 9 for 19 from three-point range. 19 of their 29 field goal attempts have been threes. Boozer, not this time. Harris the rebound. Foster, short. Tipped by Brown. Harris wide open. Another offensive rebound. And Duke goes 0 for 4, all from three-point range on that trip.
You give up that many offensive rebounds, you almost expect to get scored upon. Louisville dodged one there.
Duke now 4 for 15 from three-point range. Woolley by Boozer, too strong. Brown wanted a whistle, didn't get it.
Boy, Woolley did such a good job of taking Boozer on and getting past him.
Foster, the trailer is Evans, and in and out. And Evans looking up
into it.
McNeely, a rare miss from the free throw line as he goes 1 for 2. Boozer one-on-one with Roots, who's given Pat Kelsey great minutes off the bench. Cross court to Evans, the step in, and this one will go.
That might have been the toughest shot he's taken all night and then made it.
Evans now 3 for 11, 10 points on the night. Khalifa, you gotta be kidding me. He's got 4 threes already.
He's Steph Curry tonight. Amazing.
And he didn't hesitate at all on that one.
But if they're not going to guard you, that's a green light, especially if you're 3 for 3. Good pass.
Great cut by Harris, couldn't finish, but a foul.
Duke looks like they're going back to that 3-2 zone that they started the game in.
1 minute.
Khalifa. Bounce pass to Roots, who missed it.
They tried to dunk it, where just laying it in off the glass on the other side would have worked just fine.
And he wanted a foul call, did not get the whistle. Foster. Evans lost it, but fortunate to get it back. Offensive foul. Remember, they're doing this without Michael Brown Jr. Boozer bringing it up for the Blue Devils. Pat Kelsey is yelling at Javon Hadley, no fouls, no fouls.
And they went with Evans trying to set the screen and then slip out of it.
Wow. Knocks down a 3. Isaiah Evans now with 13. Time for Louisville. Conwell with a quick one. Hadley with a follow.
Come on, ref, it's a subway push.
The double on Cam Boozer.
Very good defense by McNeely on that cut.
Caden Boozer off to his brother, and it'll go for Cameron Boozer.
Boozer doesn't play above the rim, but he just gets into your chest and creates that space he needs to get the ball up and on the glass.
Duke has not led tonight. Louisville has led by as many as 12, but here come the Blue Devils again. Good hands by Khalifa, and the save by Conwell.
Boy, terrific job by Ali Khalifa to get a deflection and steal.
The leading scorer for the Blue Devils was 17, one ahead of Cameron Boozer.
Isaiah Evans has been a much more aggressive driver this season. Mostly a shooter last year. Great re-screen.
Conwell. Driving by Boozer. Rogers the save, and it is out of bounds to Duke.
His dad was a milkman that used to deliver to the Rose family, and he couldn't get it out when he met Pete Rose. He said, "My dad, milk," and then they ushered him away. He blew his opportunity.
Helped by Rogers there on Boozer. 10 on the shot clock. Whoa. Offensive foul. A lot of contact there, and it's number 3 on Boozer.
Yeah, I think John Shire saying, come on now, that much contact isn't going to knock down a player as strong as Kenai Roots, but give Roots credit. He was in great position and just took it right in the chest to get that call.
Boozer with 3, he will stay. Gumba's got 3, he's on the bench.
Now Dame Sarr, an excellent defender, 6'8", long-armed, is guarding Conwell. He is not even looking to help. He's just face guarding him.
Roots for 3. Rebound Sarr. Little hesitation there by Foster, keeps the dribble alive. Sarr knocked away by Khalifa. And it is Duke ball with 13 on the shot clock.
Boy, Ali Khalifa's made a couple of really nice defensive plays by just reading the eyes of the passer, and did it again there to knock that ball away. You know, he's guarding Maliq Brown, so he's not worried about Brown knocking down a perimeter shot.
Foster got his man in the air, and Will Schilla standing by, waiting to bring you that one.
But Foster missed them both.
Duke has now attempted 18 free throws to just 8 for the Cardinals. McNeely, Foster all over him. McNeely spins into traffic. A scrambly possession, and eventually they give it up. Sarr to a trailing Boozer, and a chance.
Up Conwell again, and Sarr is not coming off of him, so he's not operating as a help defender. He's just on Conwell, and that's it.
And he is long and rangy, a good defender.
So really what Conwell can do is set screens for others.
Here comes Frew. Here comes McNeely. Boy, a dangerous pass. They were so close. McNeely strong on the 3, rebound Sarr, and the Blue Devils come up the court looking for their first lead of the night.
Well, Duke has been a second half team all year long, but their defense, they only had 6 in the first half total.
And Jay, that is Duke's first lead of the game, 54-53.
And keep your eye on Ryan Conwell. Dame Sarr, with his length and athleticism, he's not even bothering to help out. He's just face guarding Conwell everywhere he goes.
Woolley jump stop, open is Pryor. Long rebound down to Brown, and here come the Blue Devils.
Well, that was an open shot, but Duke would rather have Cason Pryor taking a 3.
Fix this right now and raise our level of intensity.
Remember the 4 things that he said at practice yesterday, said them live on air to Chris at halftime. He felt they won all 4 of them in the first half. Transition, rebounding, toughness, physicality, but he does not feel as good about those things so far here in the second.
Well, with the physicality they're facing, you really have to run through your cuts, and Ryan Conwell being face guarded by Dame Sarr just ran right through his chest trying to pick up that foul, and did.
Just the 3rd team foul on the Blue Devils here in the second half, to 8 on the Cardinals. Conwell to inbound. Nearly taken away by Foster. Woolley blocked by Brown. Woolley for 3. Got it! Their first made 3 in the second half.
Boy, really nice job by Isaac McNeely to get into the middle of the lane and find Woolley. Louisville really needed that bucket.
Sarr misses at the other end. Woolley 1-on-4 makes a good decision. Conwell, and the Cardinals lead.
Well, Duke got cross-matched. It wound up with Boozer on Conwell, and he just took him on.
Conwell 20 or more now for the 8th time this season. Foster drives again and scores again. He's got a dozen.
Boy, beautiful rejection of the ball screen to get that left-hand drive. Strong drive by Foster.
As the lead changes hands again. A miss by Conwell.
He might have rushed that because he hasn't had many opportunities in this second half.
Foster, little push off, got away with it. Evans knocks down a corner three.
Boy, Ryan Conwell stopped the help off, and that left Isaiah Evans wide open in that left corner.
Evans' fourth three of the game. He's got 23. What a find as Hadley hits Woolley for a bucket.
Boy, really smart by Louisville to lift up their offense, and that cut came right off Ali Khalifa. Khalifa set a great screen to Chris Budden's point about the Louisville huddle.
Past the midway point here in the second half. Foster gains the paint again and lays it in again.
Foster is 6'5", and he's showing his strength. Just went right into the chest of Isaac McNeely and knocked him back.
And he's looking over to John Shire as if saying there's something wrong or he needs
foul there, especially when you got 3 already.
Into Frew. He's playing with 4. McNeely's pass taken away by Evans. And then tipped out of bounds by Conwell. But Louisville has not been nearly as sharp offensively as they were for most of the first half.
You know, and Duke's pressure has been the primary reason why, but Louisville's trying to thread some needles, and they've coughed it up. They had 6 turnovers in the first half. They've got to have 6 in the second.
Duke did not get its first lead of the night until about 6.5 minutes into the second half. They're on a 12-2 run right now, and the lead is 9. Sarr looks for help, finds Foster. Trying to turn the corner on the sidelines. Commentary, reaction, and more. Conwell the crossover. Good D by Foster. Conwell gets free and hits.
Nice job by Conwell of keeping his dribble alive. A little Nash dribble, and went right around Sananda Frew. He basically acted like a screener for him.
I don't know that Foster's come out of the game in the second half.
Well, why would you take him out? He's been out. This is the best he's played. He's had some really good games. He played terrific at Michigan State, but he's been even better in this second half.
Boozer defended by games this season.
He started his career at USF, then Indiana State, then played for Sean Miller at Xavier before transferring here to play for Pat Kelsey and the Louisville Cardinals.
And he's got 24. It's a 7-point game and some pressure on Foster. Can they get it over? Sarr the save. And Boozer lays it in, the assist to Brown.
Boy, what a save by Dame Sarr. That ball looked like it could go out of bounds, but he found Maliq Brown, who found Boozer. What a great finish to that play.
Roots misses a 3. And it's out of bounds off of Evans, so it's Louisville ball.
And Louisville can't get threes for Ryan Conwell and Isaac McNeely. It's been others that Duke's forced to shoot it, but that's a big-time save by Dame Sarr. And what a great pass by Maliq Brown.
Duke had all of 2 assists in the first half. They've got 6 so far here in the second half, and they are shooting 81% in the second half, 13 for 16. Conwell, no. Frew, foul. Missed them both. 70% shooter on the season.
Duke can take its time, don't have to be in a hurry, but they're going to either get it into Boozer or they're going to drive this ball.
Remember, Frew's got 4. Boy, Boozer's strong. Missed the left-handed lay-in, though. Frew kind of got bumped off his spot, but stuck with it and did the best he could.
Well, the best you can do is keep him from getting to that left shoulder in his right hand.
Hadley, left hand, no. Rebound, Frew. Rogers. And Louisville, as hot as they were early from beyond the arc, is as cold as they've been here in the second half.
Boy, really nice job by Caleb Foster to get in and help rebounding. He's had a fantastic second half for Duke.
Louisville 1 for 13 from three-point range in the second half.
Could not miss in the first half.
Foster drives, hesitates, and hits. And he, as Jay said, has been as important as Boozer or Evans or anybody else on this team here in this game.
You know, in basketball, low man wins. And on these drives, Caleb Foster has stayed low. He's used his leverage. I mean, he's 6'5", and he's shown great strength. And another turnover for Louisville.
17 points tonight for Caleb Foster, 8 for 12.
I think his career high is 18 that he had against Michigan State his first year in the Champions Classic.
Shot clock down to 6. Foster again. Anything he wants right now.
He's just playing with amazing pace. Gets a defender on his hip, keeps him there, plays off 2 feet.
What a turnaround here in the second half. Duke has outscored the Cardinals 41-19 since the break. Louisville led by as many as 12 midway through the first half.
And we've talked about Duke having been a second half team, but their ability to put the first half in the rearview mirror and look like a different team in the second half, really kind of amazing.
Around and out on Sarr, now 3 minutes to go. A 25-point swing in this game. The tip up and in by Fruit. And a timeout for Pat Kelsey and Louisville.
The road when Duke really needed it after taking a ton of punches in the first half. Really impressive performance by Caleb Foster. And Dame Sarr has been excellent as well.
Woolley shut off on the baseline by Brown. Cannot get a shot off over the size of Brown, who blocks it and takes it away.
Now, Maliq Brown is one of the better defenders, not only in the ACC, but in the country. At Syracuse, he was on the ACC's all-defensive team. But he's got as good a pair of hands defensively as any front court player in the country.
Blue Devils not in a rush. 2:15 to go. Foster using the screen. Spins, lost it. And it's Louisville ball. But Foster gets back into the play to take it away.
Javon Hadley just never saw him when he was down, just running back into the play, trying to get it to McNeely. And that's a backbreaker.
Back to Foster, 10 to shoot. Evans. And the rebound down to Khalifa, but that clock keeps on ticking, and it's still a 12-point game. Blocked in the corner, but Woolley got it back. McNeely in and out, and that's been the story for Louisville here in the second half. They've only made 1 3 in the second half after making 10 in the first 20 minutes.
Now, Isaiah Evans with that block. He's the second leading shot blocker on this team behind Gungba. He's got more blocks than Boozer has.
Remember, he had 5 in the game. Well, that was Gungba who had 5. No, Evans also had 5 in the game against Florida. Each of them did. 1 minute to go. And the Blue Devils are going to win in impressive fashion here with a dominant second half to go to 3-0 in league play. Louisville will drop to 1-2 in the ACC after losing at Stanford on Friday. Up top, they're making it look easy. Boozer to Brown for the slam and the exclamation point on the night.
Well, Louisville will be a different team when Michael Brown Jr. gets back and healthy with that back injury.
Hadley. And Khalifa will reverse it in. He was a big story in the first half with 4 threes. Duke's next game will be at home against SMU, and SMU